Hi everybody, welcome to today's quick daily yoga flow. I'm Christiana with Christiana's Yoga. This class is labeled as a moderate challenge class. Just remember to go at your own pace and make any customizations along the way. Props are optional, but they're always welcome. And a special tip for this class is you might want to put your device towards the right side of your mat because we'll work from the front all the way to the back. And if you might want to take a peek at your device, then you'll probably want it towards the side so that you can see. That also means that once I'm facing the top or the back, it might look like you're doing the opposite side as me, but don't worry about that. Just follow the lefts and the rights and you'll have a nice balance practice. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and by the way, if you like these classes, you can find many more like them inside my Yoga Movement membership, and I'll drop the link below so you can check it out. We'll start this class by sitting comfortably in a cross-seated position at about the center of the mat. If cross-legged isn't comfortable for you, you can extend your legs out in front of you, keeping your knees bent. Either way, whichever position you choose, just make sure you can sit equally between both sit bones, lengthen up through your side body and reaching out of the crown of your head. We'll take a few breaths here just to get centered and become more present during this time on your mat. So if it feels comfortable for you, go ahead and close your eyes. Release your shoulders down away from your ears. Try to let any thoughts of your day drift away, so that you can focus on your practice today. Begin to deepen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. And if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open them. And just start moving your body intuitively, working into your neck and your shoulders and your torso. And observe what needs attention. What feels good to you here? Where might you need to spend a little bit more time? And then come to stillness. And then bring the soles of your feet to touch. Holding on to your ankles, you can bring your heels in towards your groin just as much as is comfortable. Don't force it. And then begin to bounce your knees gently up and down. Once you've got a rhythm, pick up the pace a little bit just to begin to waken up your hip joints. And we go even a little faster. And then begin to slow them back down. Bring them to stillness. And then turning towards the top of the mat, if you aren't already, come into tabletop position with your knees below your hips and your wrists below your shoulders. We'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow, pressing the mat away from you. On your inhale, tip your belly down towards the mat, spread across your collarbones, and gaze out ahead for a cat. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, rainbow your spine, hug your belly in, tuck your chin for cat. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, tip your belly towards the mat, look out ahead for cow. Exhale, rainbow your spine, tuck your chin for cat. Last time, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Return your spine to neutral and simply tuck your toes so that you can come to stand at the top of your mat, folding down over your legs. Inhale, slide your palms to your shins and extend your spine out long for a flat back. And then exhale, plant your palms. Place your left hand below your head on the mat. Bend your left knee and straighten your right leg. Sweep your right arm back and up to the sky and open your chest to the right, coming into a twist. You might really feel this in your hip and your leg as we begin to open up those leg muscles. And release and switch sides. Bring your right hand to the center of the mat. Bend your right knee and straighten your left leg. Sweep your left arm back and up, opening towards the left now. And breathe. Feel that stretch in your left leg. Release your hands back down to the mat. Bending your knees, reach for opposite elbows and drape your torso down your thighs. Come to stillness and then maybe swing side to side gently as you continue opening up through the backs of your legs. And release your hands down to the mat. Bend your knees deeply and then roll all the way up to standing. Set up your Tadasana when you get here, standing equally and firmly between both feet. Engage your thighs. Hug your front body in. Point your tailbone straight down towards the mat. Roll your shoulders onto your spine and back. Release your arms by your sides, palms forward, and gaze straight out to the horizon. Take a deep breath in and out. Now inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, and exhale, fold down over bent knees. Inhale, slide palms to shins, extend your spine again for a flat back, and exhale, plant your palms. Now step your right foot straight back, place your knee down, untuck your toes, and inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky for low lunge. Allow your hips to sink forward to really open across your front right hip. Place your hands back down to the mat, framing your front foot. Step your left knee back. Inhale your shoulders forward of your wrists, hug your belly in, and exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, roll your shoulders onto your spine as you spread across your collarbones and lift up a little bit for baby cobra. Exhale, release. Press into your palms, coming through all fours. Tuck your toes and send your hips back and up for down dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Now step your right foot forward next to your right hand. If you have to take a couple steps to get it there, go right ahead. And then release your left knee down. Untuck your toes and sweep your arms up to the sky for a low lunge on the other side. Breathe, let your hips sink forward. Don't force it though, just whatever feels good for your hip. And release your hands down to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee, and step your left foot to the top of the mat, folding down over your legs. Inhale, palms to shins for your flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky as you stand tall, and release your arms by your sides as you exhale into mountain pose. Quickly reset it here from your feet up to the crown of your head. And then inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold back down over bent knees. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant your palms. This time, step your left foot straight back behind you. Lower your knee, untuck your toes, sweep your arms up to the sky for low lunge. Breathe. Release your hands to the mat. Step your right foot back, coming into all fours. Hug your belly in. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward of your wrists. Exhale, bend your elbows straight back, lower all the way to your belly. Inhale your shoulders onto your back as you spread across your collarbones, lifting up for baby cobra. Exhale, release, press into your palms. Lifting your hips, come through all fours, tuck your toes, and send your hips back and up for a downward facing dog. Take a breath. And now step your left foot next to your left hand. Release your right knee down to the mat, untuck your toes, sweep your arms up to the sky. Release your hands down to the mat. This time, tuck your back toes, lift your knee, and step to the top of the mat, folding over your legs. Inhale, palms to shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky as you stand tall. And release your hands by your sides for mountain pose. I like to reset my mountain every time I come into it, so I'm always starting from a strong, firm foundation. Now shift your weight into your left foot and step your right foot back just slightly so that you can begin to tip your body forward as you reach your left hand down to the ground, a block, or keep it hovering in space, and open across your hips, lifting your right leg roughly parallel to the mat to open up into half moon. You can choose whether you want your lifted foot to be flexed or pointed or flointed, but gaze at something steady to help you with your balance as you move into half moon. Maybe even reaching your right hand up towards the sky. And then exhale, bend into your front knee and release your right foot down to the mat, bringing it parallel to the back with your heels roughly in line with each other. Bend into your front knee, keeping it over your front ankle. Spread your arms into a T position with your shoulders stacked above your hips. Gaze out past your front fingers for warrior two. Inhale. Straighten your front leg now. Sweep your arms up to the sky and turn your toes so they point towards the corners of the mat. Turn your heels in and then exhale as you bend your knees and cactus your arms, coming into goddess pose. Maybe shimmy side to side a little to find that positioning that feels the best in your hips and in your knees, making sure that your toes are pointing in the same direction as your knees. Inhale, reach back up to the sky, straighten your legs. Turn your right toes now towards the back of the mat and parallel your left toes with the top of the mat now. Bend into your right knee, bringing it over your right ankle. Spread your arms into a T position for warrior two on the other side. Gaze out past your front fingers. Sink your hips low, keeping your knee stacked over your ankle. Make sure you can see your big toe. Now reach your right hand forward as you hop your left foot in a little bit to begin to balance on your right foot, transitioning into half moon. Take your time, gaze at something steady, begin to tip your chest down as you reach your right hand to the ground or a block, or leave it hovering in space. As you lift your left leg parallel to the mat, opening your hips and your chest to the side. And breathe. Your left hand can be on your hip or reaching up towards the sky. This time as you exhale, bend into your right knee, but step your left leg to the top of the mat. Sweep your arms up to the sky. And exhale, return to Tadasana, now facing the back of the mat. Reset it again here. This time, shift your weight back into your right foot. Step your left foot back slightly so that you can begin opening, tipping forward and opening your body to the side, transitioning into half moon. Move slowly. Create your balance as you move. Make sure you're focusing on something stable and steady. Choose your top arm position. Remember that right hand can be on the ground or a block or hanging out in space. You choose. If you feel super stable, you can even play with your gaze here, but I'm going to keep looking at the ground. Now exhale, bend into your right knee and step your left foot down with control so that it's parallel to the back of the mat, and open up into warrior two. Again, check to see that your front knee is aligned over your front ankle. Can you see your big toe? Align your knee so that you can. Gaze out past your front fingers. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, straighten both legs. Turn your toes out to the corners of the mat with your heels in. And then exhale, bend. Sink your hips low and cactus your arms, coming into goddess pose. Do a little shimmy if you need to find that sweet spot again. Whoop. Making sure your hips and your knees are happy in this position. Inhale, straighten your legs, reach back up to the sky. Adjust your feet so that your left toes now point towards the top of the mat and your right toes are parallel to the back. Exhale, bend your left knee, bringing it over your ankle. Spread your arms into a T, shoulders above your hips. Gaze out past your front middle fingers for warrior two. Now this time, reach your left hand forward to help you hop your back foot in a little bit so that you can shift your weight into your left foot and begin to tip forward, opening your body towards the side and lifting your right leg parallel-ish to the mat. Reach your left hand towards the block, the ground, or hover in space. Right hand can be on your hip or reaching towards the sky. And then exhale, bend into your left knee and sweep your right foot forward, stepping it to the top of the mat. Reach your hands to the sky as you stand tall. And exhale, release into Tadasana. And take a breath. Maybe sigh it out. Now step your feet to the outer edges of the mat. And turn your toes out with your heels in slightly so that when you bend your knees and begin to sink your hips low, your toes are pointing in the same direction as your knees. And come down as low as you can into a yogi squat. Maybe do a shimmy again, side to side, to find the sweet spot that works best for you. And if you need to sit on something, you can place a block beneath your bottom. You can also place something beneath your heels if your heels don't reach all the way to the mat. Hands can be on the ground in front of you or at prayer in front of your heart. But hug your legs into your arms and then lengthen up through your body to lift up in this position, trying not to sink. And breathe. Very good. Now simply place your hands behind you so that you can come to sit at about the center of the mat. And then roll all the way onto your back. Bring your heels in towards your bottom, just far enough so that you can graze them with the backs of your finger. So you can graze your heels with your fingertips. Tilt your pelvis so that your tailbone points up towards the sky, and then press into your heels as you engage your hamstrings and lift your hips up towards the sky and breathe. Keep your knees in line with your hips and keep pressing into your heels to keep lifting up. One more breath. And then exhale, roll all the way down your back and letting your hips be last to land. From here, cross your left ankle over your right knee and allow your left knee to open up away from your shoulder. Reaching through the opening of your legs, hold on to the back of your thigh or your shins as you hug your legs into your chest and breathe into the stretch in the outside of your left hip. And release your foot down to the mat. Uncross your legs and switch sides. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee. Let your right knee open away from your shoulder. Reach through the opening of your legs for the back of your thigh or your shin. And hug your legs into your chest. You can play with flexing your feet or pointing your toes and see how that changes the stretch for you in your body. But you might really feel this along the outside of your hip and your thigh. And bring your foot back down and cross your legs. Step your feet a little bit wider and then just begin to swing your knees gently side to side, like windshield wipers. Bring them to stillness and hug your knees into your chest just for a moment. Bring your feet back down. Extend your legs out straight and allow your feet to spill to the sides. Rest your arms by your sides with your palms facing up. Relax your fingers. Make any adjustments in your body that you need to so you can fully relax here in Shavasana. If you need to adjust your shoulders, you can lift them up and place them back down one by one. And begin to relax here into this position, resting everything into the mat beneath you so that you can fully absorb your practice today. Stay here as long as you can. And when you're ready to come out, move slowly. And remember to thank yourself for showing up for your practice today. I always appreciate you being here with me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. But this is where I will leave you, and hopefully you can stay in here a little bit longer. Thank you again.